Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy for Now. It's me Isabel here with my hardest reading challenge you'll ever do 2.0 check-in. I have had so much fun being almost done now. I knew I was close. Like, you've been getting it in my resets every month where I talk about how close I am, but I keep just getting closer and I'm like, it's here. Like, I can almost see the finish line and it's not even May yet. So we got this. This is happening. There's not a world that I don't finish this challenge. And I know there's going to be a 3.0 and I'll probably do the 3.0, but we're going to do it different than we did 2.0. And we'll talk about that when 3.0 gets announced. I think y'all will enjoy. We'll see. It's going to be chaos. That's for sure. I basically am here to tell you about everything I've done. I'm at 87% complete. I have literally 20 prompts left. I'm in the middle of a book that counts right now. That counts for 2 more prompts. So that's 2 more prompts off the list. Wild. Wild. So yeah, I'm going to take you through all of the newly completed prompts to show you where I'm at and what I have left still and what I've slotted in accordingly, and continue to ask for recommendations because that's what I do. I do have a couple things like kind of lined out for some of these prompts that I'm excited to try perhaps, that I know I did forget when I filmed me going through it. But yeah, it's going to be me going through this beast of a spreadsheet. It is a lot to track. It is a lot to keep in line. So don't worry. I'm doing it so you don't have to, maybe. Or maybe this is going to motivate some of y'all to do it next year because it was fun. It has been fun. I've really enjoyed it this year. I think this was the year for me to do it actually. Also, like, life-wise, it kind of worked out better. But yeah, I'm going to take you through all the newly completed prompts and where I'm at on every other prompt, so you can see why I don't have a bingo yet, but I will have a bingo very, very soon. But yeah, we're going to do that. And then, so yeah, I'll do that in front of the computer with you. And then I'll come back here and we'll close this up. So as we discussed, I am very far through the challenge, even though I have no new bingos, which is kind of wild. I have filled in a lot of spots since we last chatted in December though, and that feels really good. Like, I'm getting very, very close with 20 prompts left, give or take. I think this tracker is correct. So that could potentially be 10 books, but it's not going to be 10 books. It's going to be more than, it's probably going to be closer to 15 to 20 books. So I'm hitting a point where I can't double up as much because of everything else I've filled in. So the prompts we already discussed in December's check-in that I'd completed were by the hundreds, the 24-hour readathon, subgenre of choice, the series staircase, and complete any readathon. So those will not be discussed today. And we're going to start immediately with the award season, which is the last prompt on this final row. And I'm very close to being done. So we're going to dive into that first. This one, I just finished Caught Up by Nabessa Allen this month. So that slotted in for one of the finalists. In a Rush by Kate Canterbury is on the list for this, as well as Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt and All Superheroes Need PR by Elizabeth Stevens. All 3 of these I'm really excited to read, and I think I'll be reading sooner than later. I mean, I have to if I want, but I do have some backups pulled here, some potential triple ups also if needed. But right now, this list feels solid for me, and I feel like it's all books I'm going to enjoy. So that's kind of the goal. Then we did the TBR game since we last chatted, which I just spun a wheel with some prompts on it. So I picked 5 books. I read 3 out of 5. I'd say that counts. I'm not very good at following a TBR. So I knocked this one out, and that felt nice, obviously. Because as you can see, I'm getting so close to so many bingos that I'm just like, I could puke. Like, I'm so excited. I also finished the last 10 years. So I did 2017 through 2026, which is 10 years. I've counted it and counted it and counted it. I don't really care enough to get an extra 5 points because I already have a lot of points and I've used points. It's been good, but I don't necessarily need them. So I did finish this. I read my 2018 was like my lingering title, I feel like. So knocking that out felt really nice. And 2017 was a surprise. I read a book and I didn't even realize it came out in 2017. Now, as we know, I have my little self-pub tracker, and I did decide what I was redeeming on. And that redemption was for all the adaptions, because this was a challenge I decided let me unhide it, just didn't care enough to complete. I read and watch a ton of adaptions and things, but I just didn't care to do it. This was a prompt when we initially got it. I was like, maybe. And as the readathons continued, I was like, or the reading challenge continued, I was kind of like, this isn't how I spend my time. So, and it's fine if you do spend your time with that, but I tend to read more than I watch things. So I was just like, no. I filled in some, and I probably have watched more than this. So yeah, I was like, I'm good. So I did go ahead and mark that off. Then we had the disability challenge. The disability challenge has been interesting because I feel like this year and last year I've read a lot of like chronic migraine, chronic pain. Epilepsy was a surprise, and arthritis was a nice surprise as well in a pack for spring. I didn't realize that was in there. So yeah, I only have one more slot to fill in with this, which like always feels weird. And I only have one more slot to fill in here, and that's, I have no clue. If anybody has a recommendation for something they like absolutely adored, let me know. I know I was really, really excited for chronic migraine rep. That was one that like I was pumped when I read it. So yeah, I just need one more. I'm excited to find one more. I'm sure I will. Yeah, so we'll see. I'll find something. I'm not too worried about it. Heritage Month. This is the one. Okay, this is embarrassing because like I've read things for this one. But what I realize is I keep counting the things I've read for other things so that I can't double up. The same thing is happening with my BIPOC challenge. I've not doubled up because I can't triple up on everything because I don't have enough points. But I'm like, I've read things and then I've not counted them. So I need to go check if any of the ones I've already read for disability would like count for here. I feel like I have read Hispanic Heritage and missed it. Also, probably women's history. I could slot in any romance I've read. And same thing, like I know I've read from Jewish authors this year, but I'm like, did I remember to count? Or Asian American? Same thing. Like I just don't. I track my like representation really in depth in my spreadsheet, and I think when I come to fill this out, my brain just blanks. So that's something I need to work on, like kind of cross-referencing more. Translation challenge. This is another one is a struggle. I did give myself another visual medium with a business proposal for Korean. So I've got to do 3 more on this. And I am excited and nervous to find things I want to read that are translated. Translations to me are not always like a go-to. Not because they're bad. It's just not something I pick up. It's not what I lean towards. Around the world, I do have almost done. So one of my members, Mallory, recommended Asiru and the Amaru. So I'm going to count that for South America because it's set in Peru. And then for Africa, I'm currently reading Portal to Pleasure as I film this. So that is set in Africa. So this prompt is almost done. So that's really exciting because this was the prompt I was like, I don't know how this is going to go, but this is also a nice like under 300 pager. So I think it'll be a good time. Let's see. I finished the Even Bigger Rainbow. So I read Embrace, which is going to come up. No, actually it doesn't come up later. But Embrace has a very, very orange cover. It's out in August. I loved it. But that was my orange. I kind of slotted in what fit where as I've read A Pack for Spring, same thing. My colors are done. That felt good. This one felt surprisingly harder than you think at times. So that was a surprise. Make a quote. We are almost done. You'll notice if I have a book picked, I put the title in, or the cover in, and I'm highlighted it in red. So I counted a manga here because I'm nearing the end of the challenge. I'm allowing myself to count more manga towards the prompts. So on your left is my quote from Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Left Forever is my pick right now. So we'll see. Spooky Creatures, I finished finally. That took freaking forever as well. Another one that I felt like was going to be so easy for me, and it was not. I finished this one with Evocation, or no, Odd Spirits, which is like the prequel to Evocation, because there's a ghost in it that's like the main character. So I felt like that counted pretty easily. But yeah, this one was harder than I expected. Let's see, Become the Avatar. I finished with Fire. That is not centered. I like all of these centered. So yeah, there's Fire on this cover. That was easy. I did covers. I did not do titles. I was making it as easy on myself as I could. So, yeah, I felt like that made sense. And I feel like Wings are air. That counts. Let's see. Complete any readathon. We already did. Animals Are Better. This one is so hard. If anyone has zoo animal suggestions, let me know. I'm debating if I could do like Dinosaur Sanctuary because it's a dinosaur zoo for zoo animals, but Asuri and the Amaru has her talking to animals, and there's like a snake and there's a snake and like a mouse on the cover, and I'm going to consider that a wild animal. So there's that. The Queer Alphabet. Another one I feel like I should be more done with than I am, but I still need to read a transgender romance, a romance that features a transgender character, and intersex. Intersex is hard. That is the one I think I've struggled with the most, and I've got a couple of suggestions from my members that are also participating. If you have suggestions, let me know. For transgender, I think I'm going to be reading something I've owned for a hot minute. Anyways, yeah, I want to read For the Love of April French. This has been on my TBR forever, so I feel like it's a great time to read it. So that's there, but intersex is the other one I'm like kind of struggling with, but I also haven't done a ton of research yet. I kind of thought I would just stumble upon it, which is usually what happens for me. I stumble into a lot of things. So there's that. Favorite HRCYED prompt 1. I picked a 500-page book in a day. I read Consider Me by Becca Mack. I devoured that book. I had a good time. I liked it. Yeah, so there's that. And then we have the BIPOC challenge. Again, I have read more than this, but I have counted a lot of books towards other prompts. So again, in the effort to not triple up, I'm also attempting to not double up on identities too much. Like I have 2 Southeast Asian authors, so I don't necessarily want to do another Southeast Asian author. I have 2 Black authors. I've got a Korean author. Like we're trying to, you know, lay out identities, like separate people out more and cover more identities with this for me. But also like, I don't want to count like every book I've read because that would just feel like cheating to me. So there's that. I only have 4 left. That should be very, very easy for me to manage in the next bit. In fact, I'm reading a Nigerian author right now. So there you go. I'll have another one, which would be another Black author. And then extended new releases, I'm almost done with. So for May, I'm going to read Evening the Score by Lexi LaFleur Brown. I have an arc of this and I can read it now. Same thing for A Pack for Summer by Alana Lee. I have an arc and it's 60 days out from release and less than 60 for this one. So I'm hoping to read them in the next 2 weeks and knock this prompt out. This was also another one that I think was very hard, like harder than you would think, but it has been very fun to do. And then we have Challenge Yourself, which I am going to read 5 non-romance titles, which I'm at 4, or I'll be at 4. I have The Undead Fox of Deadwood Forest to read. So I am going to read that. It's a Newbery Medal Award winner. And then I'm going to pick another something to read. I have no idea what yet. My brain has not gotten that far. Okay, and then with the nonfiction challenge, which I've only read 2 out of 5. I kind of need to get on this. I am probably going to pick up some fun short nonfictions that would slot in well here. Whether that's some Caitlin Daughtry, like stuff where she talks about death, or a Mary Roach. I don't know, something else. And then I have like another book someone recommended to me that I got that I'm going to read for this too. But yeah, I'm just like, nonfiction is not I don't hate nonfiction. It's just not my jam. It is not my like genre of choice. And I really struggle to find ones I want to read. And then last but not least, Q's, Reviews, and Recs. I finally have stuff picked out for this one. So I moved Braiding Sweetgrass from YouTube short reel to full reading vlog. I liked it more than Q did. But then the mini review options, I went and browsed Q's reviews. And I picked out And They Were Roommates, When the Tides Held the Moon, and Providence Girls, which I own. So those are options. And then I also picked out some other ones over here that I was interested in for shorts and TikTok. So there was And They Were Roommates, The Build a Boyfriend Project, Teller of Small Fortunes, Everything is Tuberculosis, which could be a good option because it would count towards nonfiction also, Evocation, and A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. So I've got a couple options pulled. That feels good. If anyone has ones that they think I would like from that section, let me know. I know And They Were Roommates, I believe, is young adult. So I'd be curious to try it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting now. It's kind of exciting to be this close to done, but I also realize I have a daunting task of submitting a lot of things. Like there is a lot for me to submit. Anything not grayed out, I have not submitted. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. But I really think I'll be able to take most of June to finish out like the last 5 prompts, which is probably gonna be nonfictions and something else. So yeah, we'll see how that goes and where I end up with it. But that's kind of where we're at. And yeah, I feel really good about it. I'll throw it back to me in front of the bookshelves to close this out, and we'll chat about how y'all are doing in the comments. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed going through this list. If you have suggestions for any of the prompts I'm missing, let me know down below. Like I said, I think when I hit around 10 or so, we're going to kick off a vlog where I read the last 10 books for the prompts, or however many books until I finish, hit 100%. I am thinking before that vlog happens to do a Submit-a-Palooza live situation. So let me know if you're open to that, if you want to hang out with me while I sit and submit for every prompt that I've finished so far. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I think that might motivate me and some of y'all also who are like me lingering on the submissions. Perhaps. I don't think I'm the only one who's like, yeah, I need to do that. But yeah, if you want to do that, let me know. If no one is interested, that's fine too. I'll just do it with my members. I do not mind. But if like generally y'all are also interested, I'm happy to go live and just hang while I submit for prompts. So let me know how you're doing on Hardest Reading Challenge You'll Ever Do 2.0 if you're participating. Are you nearing the end? Are you nowhere near close? Did you pick a goal of just like a line, a bingo, section, something? Let me know. I'd love to know. I know one person that's completed personally, so yeah, I'm really excited to see what else other people have managed. So yeah, let me know that in the comments. If you don't do any of that, you can leave me a sleepy emoji because Millie is like passed out behind me. Peas is passed out in the other room. The girls were like, "You're doing this, Mom? Goodbye, we're napping." So there's that. You can leave me a sleepy emoji in the comments. I will have links to the challenge and all that good stuff for you down there. Links to my friend anywhere on the internet. And keep your eyes peeled for when 3.0 happens, because we'll talk about the chaos plans when 3.0 gets announced for the Hardest Reading Challenge. All right, y'all. I will catch you in just a few days in my next video. And I'll see you then. Bye.
Already packing. Come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we wait